Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give you guys a recap on a new chapter of One Piece, which is on chapter 928. Now, this chapter right here looked really interesting, although some things are about to get a little tense. So, if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that back at the Wano Country Udon, we see to it that the old man thanks Luffy for saving him. He was in a very tough situation. He was about to kick the bucket, but Luffy says, "Ah, don't worry about it. You just happened to be there." And Luffy gives the old man some food raffle tickets so he could eat something himself. And we see to it that Raizo, the ninja, tells Luffy that he's found the key to his sea stone handcuffs, but apparently it is heavily guarded and it's stored in a sea stone box. So he wants him to wait out a little bit longer. And we see to it that Caribou himself was trying to ask Luffy for some Kibongo tickets whatsoever, but Luffy's like, go work for yourself, man. You're not my issue anymore. You're not my issue. And Caribou's like, oh, please give me some Kibongo. I'll be your subordinate or anything, and I'll listen to whatever you say. You plan to break out of prison or something, right? And we see to it, Luffy just tells him to shut up and go away, that kind of thing. We all know who Caribou is. I'm pretty sure you guys remember that he tried to take Luffy's head, but obviously that ended in a failure. And we see some side stories about him getting into certain situations of trouble, and later on he gets his butt handed for it badly, and that's his fault whatsoever. We also see to it, of course, that Caribou refuses not to team up with Kid because there's some rumor about him having to have his arm cut off while he ran away, etc. And we see to it that Caribou almost got killed by Kid's freaking spike, his freaking pick hammer whatsoever. And Eustace Kid says, "Look, you see here, her sweet commander actually injured one of my men, so I went there just to repay the favor. And the arm I lost was during the battle with the red-haired pirates. So do you have anything else you want to know about me?" And we see too that Kid declares that he would defeat Kaido himself and take the notoriety for it, or the freaking fame for it. But Luffy tells Kid up by saying, I'm the one that's gonna take it, not you, punk. And we see to it, of course, back in the Flower Capital, Komurasaki makes her appearance, but we see to it that some men were trying to actually kill her because of what just happened here on out. And we see to it that some of the bodyguards ends up having to protect her after they knocked out the freaking men, and tells them, stay away from her, you little filth. And we see to it that there's a backstory about an old man having to being begged by Komurasaki wanting to be free. And this old man goes like, "Oh, don't you lose hope. I'll freaking sell everything I have to freaking buy you whatsoever." And the old man ends up having to have a lot of money to try to save his life. So take it. It's now your money. And you know what? I have one feeble goal, and I will release you. So he ends up having to sold everything. He doesn't have a home. He doesn't have anything, and he's got his final payment of 500 gold, and he'll be able to free Komurasaki whatsoever. So it looks like to me this old man in the backstory sold everything for Komurasaki after he fell for her, please, I want to get out of here. But some men who apparently watches the store where she's at, and this guy wants to pick up on Komurasaki whatsoever, she ends up having to say oh, I'm here to pick you up, and some men are just laughing at the old man and says, you really are a fool, you know that, right? Do you even have enough money to even buy her? And she goes like, yeah, I left it on her care whatsoever. And we see to it that Komurasaki tells him off by saying, oh, I spent all your money, thank you so much. And everyone's like, what? You really are pathetic, oh geezer. Do you really think that Komurasaki fell in love with you? And we see to it that Kyoshiro goes like, the boss named Kyoshiro goes like, who is this old man? So you've been stalking Komurasaki, is that it? And we see to it of that this old man says he sacrificed everything for her sake, and some men are like, you're getting freaking irritated right now, right? Making a scene in front of the store like this, that's not gonna fly by or something. And we see to it that the old man gets really upset about this, and so etc. While Komurasaki, we do see her full appearance. She does look beautiful, by the way. Not gonna lie about that. And we see to it that Sanji, Usopp, and Frankie are really dazzled by her appearance alone, etc. Especially when she's walking on long pole sticks whatsoever. many of the old men apparently freaking told her off by saying, my house, my family, I exchanged all I had for money. Give me back my money, you thieving woman. And she goes like, excuse me, you're asking me to return something that you've given them? That's disgraceful. To me, men are nothing more than dogs that bring me money. Without money, they are worthless to me. She even says she despises the poor, and all the old men gets really upset about this and says, I hope you go burn in hell, Komurasaki, whatsoever. And we see to it that these men gets exiled by the name of Shogun Orochi whatsoever. And we see to it that Komurasaki enters the gates and gonna have a time of her life whatsoever. Back into some kind of village whatsoever, we see to it that Mo was talking to Tama about having a sister right now. And she says if she's alive, she should be 26 by now. But even though there are people who witnessed my mother's death, but I never heard a single thing about it. So I don't know what to believe, but I believe she's somewhere alive. And Tama's like, it would be nice if you could meet her. But Momo says, no, I cannot meet her yet. If Orochi were to find out about Hiyori, then he would definitely target her. Our meeting can only happen once we win the war. And the chapter ends off there. So yeah, like I said, this chapter seemed a little bit simple in a certain way. I will tell you this in simple sentences. There's a scene with Luffy at the prison where he's at, where Raizo tells him he will try to free him. Caribou tries to ask Luffy to let him come with him. Useless Kid ends up explaining the scene where he lost his arm against the red hair pirates and just attacked Big Mom's territory for what she's done to one of her crewmates. And we get to see Komurasaki, who apparently is very beautiful, and there are old men who was trying to kill her for what she has done to them. Of course, like they fell for her trap whatsoever, sold everything, gave her the money, and not only that, lost everything. Talk about a way to like be trapped by someone of beauty or something, etc. And yeah, she's a senile woman the way I look at it, and somewhat particularly evil, but we don't really know about that. Who knows if she's just putting up an act to do something, but we'll have to see. Aside from that, we see to it that Momo talks to Tama about having to meet his sister or possibly her mother. Possibly his mother might be alive somewhere, though he says he cannot meet them yet, because otherwise, if they were to find out about Hiyori, they might target her. Orochi would do that, etc. And the chapter ends up there. So like I said, nothing much happened in this chapter. Pretty simple as it is. So that's about all. I will see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, right? Peace out. Bye-bye. Choo-choo-doo!